Look at human hair. Some people have strands that fall almost perfectly straight, others have loose waves, tight curls, or dense coils resembling tiny springs. While this might seem like a mere cosmetic difference at first glance, hair is far more than just decoration. It sits atop one of the body's most vital organs, the brain. So, why did humans evolve such a remarkable diversity of hair types? Was it purely random, a product of climate, or perhaps protection from the sun? Or could human hair be concealing a much older evolutionary story? Before we delve into why hair became straight, wavy, curly, or tightly coiled, we must first address an even stranger question: why did humans retain so much hair on their heads at all? Our bodies are quite unusual. Compared to many other primates, humans appear almost naked. We lack the thick fur that covers the backs, chests, arms, and legs of our close relatives. Instead, we sweat, a lot. This physiological adaptation helped our ancestors dissipate heat efficiently while walking, running, gathering, and hunting under the sun. Less body hair likely made this cooling system more effective. Sweat can evaporate directly from the skin, carrying heat away, whereas thick fur can trap heat and impede evaporation. Thus, shedding much of our body's fur may have been crucial for humans to remain active in hot environments. However, the head presented a unique challenge. This was one area where losing too much protection could become perilous, for beneath the scalp lies the brain. The brain is an energetically demanding organ. It generates heat and is highly susceptible to overheating. As our ancestors became more adept at navigating hot, open landscapes, the head required a specialized solution. Not the extensive body fur of other primates, but targeted protection precisely where the sun posed the greatest danger. This provides our first crucial clue: scalp hair was not solely about aesthetics. It likely helped shade the head, reduce direct solar heat gain, and protect the underlying skin. Yet, if head hair was so vital, another mystery emerges: why does it vary so dramatically from person to person? Why did the same human species produce straight hair in some individuals, waves in others, curls, and dense coils in still others? This is where the story truly captivates, because hair doesn't merely rest on the head like a hat. It grows from living skin, influencing how sunlight reaches the scalp, how air circulates around the head, and how heat is either trapped or released. Different hair shapes can behave profoundly differently under the sun. Recent research has explored this idea using thermal models of human heads adorned with various hair textures. The findings suggest that tightly curled hair can significantly reduce solar heat gain on the scalp. One key reason lies in its unique structure. Dense curls and coils lift the hair away from the scalp, creating a crucial air gap between the hair and the skin. This space acts almost like a protective, insulating layer. The hair blocks some sunlight, but it doesn't lie flat like a heavy blanket. This ingenious design allows the scalp to be shaded while still enabling the head to release heat. In hot, sunny environments, such a mechanism could have been remarkably advantageous. It's not that one hair type is universally superior, but rather that in a specific environment, a particular structure might offer an optimal solution to a specific problem. For early humans living under intense sunlight, tightly coiled scalp hair may have been instrumental in protecting the brain from overheating while simultaneously reducing the amount of sweating required to stay cool. This is a powerful idea. The very hair that today is often treated as a matter of style, identity, or fashion may have once been a critical component of survival. Imagine an early human journeying for hours under a harsh sun, without a hat, a building, or air conditioning, just skin, sweat, and hair. In such a world, the shape of the hair on their head could profoundly affect how much heat reached their scalp. A tiny difference, reiterated over countless generations, can become immensely significant. However, we must exercise caution here. Hair type is not a straightforward climate map. You cannot simply look at a person's hair and deduce their entire ancestry, environment, or history. Evolution is rarely that neat. Human groups migrated, intermingled, separated, and reconnected. Some traits proliferated because they offered an advantage, others changed due to chance. Some became prevalent because a small group carried them into a new territory. And some may have been shaped by what people found attractive, familiar, or culturally meaningful. Thus, while climate undoubtedly plays a role, it is not the entire narrative. Straight hair, for example, is common across many East Asian and Native American populations, and certain gene variants associated with thicker, straighter hair are particularly prevalent in parts of East Asia. Yet, this doesn't imply a single, simple cause for straight hair. Its prevalence may involve a complex interplay of cold environments, population history, sexual selection, genetic drift, and other factors that are still under investigation. In some conditions, dense, straight hair might have helped retain warmth or provided a different form of head protection. In other instances, the trait might have spread due to population history rather than a clear survival advantage. Wavy and curly hair also appear in diverse populations globally. There is no perfect, linear progression from straight to coiled. Human variation is intricate and often defies neat categorization. The true answer resides at multiple levels simultaneously: environment, migration, ancestry, chance, and intricate biology. Now, we can finally venture beneath the skin. A hair is not merely a strand growing from the head, it is produced by a follicle, a tiny living structure embedded beneath the skin. The shape of this follicle, its angle of growth, and the precise manner in which cells construct the hair fiber all contribute to determining the hair's final form. If the follicle and hair fiber grow more uniformly, the hair tends to emerge straighter. Conversely, if growth is more uneven or curved, the hair will bend, wave, curl, or coil. A rounder hair fiber often results in straighter hair, while a more oval or asymmetric fiber curls more readily. Consider it like a ribbon: if a material grows uniformly, it falls in a smooth line. But if one side grows differently from the other, the shape begins to curve. Hair operates in a far more complex manner, but the fundamental principle is similar: minute differences during growth can lead to significant variations in shape. Even this isn't a single switch. There isn't one magic curly hair gene. Hair texture is influenced by a multitude of genes, which can impact follicle shape, strand thickness, growth angle, hair diameter, and the microscopic structure of the fiber itself. This genetic complexity explains why two siblings can have different hair types, why a child's hair can transform after puberty, and why hair can shift with hormonal changes, age, or health. It's also why human hair types exist on a broad spectrum, rather than fitting neatly into four perfect boxes. While categories like straight, wavy, curly, and coily are useful for discussion, biology rarely adheres to such rigid labels. A single head can even exhibit different curl patterns in various areas, and the same person's hair can appear different depending on humidity, length, damage, natural oils, or how it is cared for. So, when we ask why humans possess such diverse hair types, the answer is never just one thing. It's not simply due to the sun, nor solely because of genes, nor exclusively a matter of ancestry. Instead, it is the intricate interplay of all these forces, unfolding over thousands of years. Hair is also profoundly cultural. Long before modern salons, humans were cutting, tying, braiding, shaving, decorating, and shaping their hair. Hair could signal age, group identity, status, beauty, mourning, rebellion, religion, or belonging. For many, hair is not merely biology resting on the head, it is memory, family, history, and sometimes even a form of resistance. The biological story seamlessly transitioned into a social narrative. Something that may have originated as protection for the head evolved into one of the most visible aspects of human identity. Perhaps that is why hair feels so deeply personal. It's not just dead fibers growing from the scalp, it's something through which people recognize themselves, something others notice immediately, something shaped by ancestors we will never meet. The more we study it, the less ordinary it becomes. A single strand of hair may appear simple, but behind it lie follicles, genes, sunlight, heat, movement, migration, and thousands of generations of human life. It is one of the most visible parts of us, yet its origin is hidden deep under the skin and deep within the past. Thus, human hair is not random decoration. It is a record of heat, sunlight, migration, genetics, chance, and culture. The reason humans have different hair types is not because nature produced one correct version and several mistakes. It is because the same human body traveled through different worlds, carried different histories, and solved problems in diverse ways. Straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, coiled hair, they are not just styles, they are different versions of an ancient story, growing right from the head.